This podcast is part of the Frederick Podcast Network. Learn more at listenfrederick.com.
Beers in the Lot is partnered with the Hockey Podcast Network.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Beers in the Lot. Before we get going, let me just remind you about our shop at beersinthelot.com/shop. That's where you can get the t-shirts and other merchandise with Beers in the Lot logos on it. Also, check out beersinthelot.com for anything else you might be curious about this podcast. And be sure to join the Discord at beersinthelot.com/discord. So, for episode 191, Riggs and John and I talked about the Old Fat Bald Guys Hockey League championship game that we played on Sunday and the victors of that tilt. We talked a little bit about some goings-on in the NHL, like the East Coast playoff race. And then we finished up talking about the Old Fat Bald Guys summer tournament that's coming up this summer and how much fun we always have with it. So let's get to it. Here we go.
Aaron, what do you have this evening, sir?
Tonight, out of New England, I have Samuel Adams Breakaway Blonde Ale.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that like a spring?
Decent. It's a seasonal. Yeah, I think that it actually was like from a month ago. Seasonal. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Check the expiration date. It could have been last year's spring.
It does say on the side that freshness matters.
It does.
Yeah. It
says to enjoy before the month notched, and it's notched on June. So I'm good. Good.
Good. They removed the year.
Yeah,
Intriguing.
It doesn't say the year, though. What do you have tonight, John?
I have a high noon vodka and soda. I have the kiwi flavor. I have no beer in the house, so it was either this or
blasphemy.
The hard stuff. I don't know about blasphemy. I mean, it's still got tons of liquor.
Beers in the lot. You have no beers?
Dude, it's 2024. We could do whatever we want. We make up the rules, dude. Come on.
Yeah, it's 2024. You should have beer. We're not a third world country.
Whoa, easy there. I mean,
it's available around the corner.
That's cold.
I know there's
still
beer.
alcohol.
There's a place with beer like around the corner from you.
There's like 3 places, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, depending on how far I want to drive. I have made the joke because the one gas station. I have 3 little gas stations in my little town that I'm mayor of, and the one has beer. And I was joking in the summer that I should just like full on in my cutoff shirt and my swim trunks, just walk down there and just walk back with like a bunch of Modelo or something, or get one of those beach cruisers and just put the 6-pack in the little basket and just drive back.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Jimmy Buffett,
like Jimmy Buffett, yeah, with my baseball bat,
with a
baseball bat and the boombox, just blaring Jimmy Buffett, just blare Volcano. That's the best Jimmy Buffett song for me. I love Volcano.
We'll talk about this in a second.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Riggs, what are you drinking this evening?
I have from Trogs in Hershey, Pennsylvania, a Graffiti Highway. It's excellent. Very good.
Nice.
Very good.
Dick.
Volcano is very good. It's not the best song.
That's my favorite though. So what's your favorite Jimmy Buffett? As we enter springtime, I mean, what is your favorite JB song?
I think it's Fins.
Oh, that's a good one.
I go
too.
back and forth between Fins and Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Cheeseburger's mine.
Yeah. Cheeseburger's yours?
Yeah, cheeseburger's mine.
Yeah.
I will admit I haven't studied the deep catalog. I'm unaware of.
I celebrate his
Fins and
entire
Volcano.
catalog. So yeah.
I was actually listening to some Jimmy today earlier today.
I had some JB on too
in the home office.
Yeah.
Once
I like
once
this.
I opened the house up because it was 70
degrees. Yep.
degrees today. So I opened the house up, put some JB on, and did some work.
Yeah. And we made it through the eclipse. Rats.
Yeah.
Really upset about it. Man, I'm so mad.
All the theories of what was going to happen. The New Madrid Fault was going to open up or something. Who knows?
I saw something like someone said something, it would be like Pacific Rim, like those creatures would arise from the ocean and shit. You know, I was like, please, nothing will make me happier at this moment in time. Like, please. But actually, my wife, because I worked from home today, there was like a car fire right by our exit. There was like a massive car fire, so you could smell like burning rubber and shit.
It was a truck, wasn't it? It was a tractor trailer on 70, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a tractor trailer or something caught on fire on the way. Yeah.
Somebody was having a bad day.
Or maybe it was the eclipse. Something happened. I don't know.
Eclipse. Maybe he stared at the sun when he should have been driving.
Yeah. Gosh. That's what I heard that boat captain was doing a few weeks ago. Staring at the sun. He's being an island boy, dude.
Oh my gosh.
It's off the rails Monday, I guess.
Yeah, we're off the rails.
But anyway, Aaron, what's new? Tell me something.
Well, we crowned a new Old Fat Bald Guys Hockey League champion last night. Well, we crowned 2 on this podcast, actually. You 2. So congrats to you guys, winners of the season 693 Old Fat Bald Guys championship game. Way to go. It was decided in a shootout. It was a close game. Close game. Yeah, terrible. It's decided in a shootout, but but you can't. Nobody really cares that much. So it's like, all right, just get this over with.
No,
we
one
tried
cares.
playing 3 15s and 5 extra 5-on-5. All right, we're done. Let's go out and drink. Somebody just flip a coin and let's go out and drink.
I made the joke years ago because we had a championship game and it went like 8 rounds in the shootout. Like the goalies had no chance. It was like 7-8 was the final in the shootout. It was kind of funny. And I made the joke. I was like, next time, just put a plastic table at center ice and get your top 5 drinkers and either do flip cup or like chug like they did in Beer Fest. That's how you do it. Just go like, get an anchor and a starter, and that's how you do it. And just go. Yeah. I haven't done that yet, but maybe one day that'll get into the rule book.
Get an official rule change.
That would be so awesome.
Well, the rule book doesn't really matter anyway, because as was evidenced in last night's game, the rules were completely irrelevant.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So Billy Robinson has been on the podcast before.
Yes, he has.
But he
Father of the Year award.
He's well, not in the last couple of years, but
some strong candidates come up.
He does have he does have the shirts from like the mid 2010s, so that's good. But he's widely known as the best official in all Fat Ball Guys hockey.
Hands down.
He is.
Hands down.
Last night he had a rough night. He had a rough night.
Yep. There are a couple of interesting calls.
Yeah.
But
phantom trips. Player transitioning to backward skating during the shootout. Deciding goal being scored while he literally has to skate like backwards around the goalie. Rough night.
Rough night. I joked with you, Riggs, after I got called for a penalty on a trip call that there was 0 tripping involved. And I joked with Riggs at the next face-off. I said, next time that guy skates in front of me, I'm just going to throw my stick out of the rink. It'll be the only way to be sure that I don't get penalized with a stick infraction.
But actually, the best is Eric. I remember when you took that penalty, Eric and I were yelling at Billy. We're like, Billy, I heard him make fun of your mother. Dime him up. Like, get him out of here.
Yeah, we're like, tee him up.
We're like, get him out.
Get him out.
I heard a couple of people were like, give him unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, we're like, he's arguing. He was arguing, Billy. He's calling you some not nice things. He's using words that USA Hockey bans.
I told him, I said, you're going to kick yourself if you watch that on Live Barn.
Yeah. Hey, man.
But,
Hey.
well. It's after we talked, after me and Riggs were talking on the face-off, he came over and was like, "Yeah, it's fine. People make mistakes. It's fine." Like I think he even admitted, he's like, "Yeah, maybe I didn't really see a trip, and whatever." But
then I reminded him that he didn't really see one on our guy earlier
the other
in the game,
guy.
the other phantom trip in the game, and then he skated away.
Yeah, it was a makeup call.
That's what I told him. I said it was probably a makeup call.
Well, I don't know if we want to say that it's a straight, Tim Peel situation getting caught on the hot mic with a makeup call. I don't condone that. Not in our league.
Not in our league.
We have integrity. What? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. In the end, doesn't matter. You guys won. Congrats. Enjoy your sweatshirt. Which Eric, is that the sweatshirt?
Eric's wearing it.
Yeah, I have it.
All right.
It's actually, I like it. I like this style. It's it has like the fleece on the inside, right? But it's thin. So it was perfect for today. Shorts and hoodie day. Like it was perfect.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be able to buy one for $10 at the tournament.
That's right. You will. And then all the money will go to charity. So that'll be good.
That's right.
Me and another guy, because we were handing them out, and we had a few left over, and I made the joke. I was like, in the summer tournament for $15, you too can become a champion of this season. Just donate your money then. Yeah, it's over, and yeah, it was a good season all in all. So
it was a good season. Yeah.
Season starts again next week. Yoo-hoo.
Yeah. We'll play again.
I'm more excited because it's going to be a spectacular sports weekend ahead.
Oh my goodness!
Like balls of the wall sports.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
we got
NHL season rapidly approaching the end. We have Masters. We have Frozen Four. Take your pick, really, this weekend.
Oh,
and baseball's in full swing. Every team has had their home opener. You're starting to see some teams rise to the top. Like the Bucks, 8-2. Yeah, I mean, come on. Like I said, wait till the end of April when we crown the champion. It'll be great. Do a big fucking parade down at the point in Pittsburgh if it's not flooded still.
If it's not,
but yeah,
yeah, that stuff was crazy. Yeah.
Oh, all the flood and shit. Yeah, dude. But Penn's tried to make an attempt to get in the playoffs tonight, and they lost in OT. Thank God. We need that to happen more.
Still got a point though.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of NHL shit, like Riggs, what's going on? Uncle Ted can't close the curtains.
Oh,
like Corpusala's getting blinded.
That's been a problem for years. Are you kidding?
I remember years ago it happened, but I don't remember in recent memory it was that bad.
That's been a problem for years where the ushers forget to close the curtains on the side of the building where the sun can get in during afternoon games. That's been a problem for years and years.
That sounds like a bit of gamesmanship to me. I find it odd.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know. I think Uncle Ted's greasing palms.
I don't think
so. For the uninitiated, this is talking about during the Ottawa game where Corpusalo literally had the sun in his face in an indoor building in Capital One Arena.
Well, it's afternoon. I mean,
it's an afternoon game.
It was a 6 o'clock
side of the building
game.
Faces west, and the sun comes in when the curtains aren't closed. Yeah, right. I'm sure there's nothing malicious about it. It's just
no. That's gone on. That's gone on forever. Like it happens when the Wizards play. Like sometimes they forget to close the thing, and then whatever. It goes on all the time. So
they gotta get a big square and tent the window just in that little square where it can come through.
It'd be cool if they get one of those really bad tint, like at AutoZone or something, like the sheets, and it bubbles.
Just
put that, just bubble it, just put it on the thing. It'd be really bad but funny at the same time. Just a really bad tint.
No, but they stopped play, and they told them to close it, and they closed it, and then Ottawa won. So whatever, it doesn't matter. It was good.
Yeah,
big deal.
Ovi didn't score, which sucked, but Caps lost, so that was good. And we can move on.
Well, you bring up Ottawa. Like, I want to touch on that Brady Tkachuk incident where he sure kind of just laid the puck in the empty net, like didn't shoot it or anything. And Tkachuk went bananas. He was like, "This is ridiculous," blah blah blah.
As
But
he
was
should
one of
have. No, on
Correct.
on its own
merit.
That's
Fair
what he
enough.
should
If that
do.
was as you said, and thank you for qualifying that. If it was an isolated incident,
right.
I see the point.
Right.
But when
history.
Yes,
but when
there
the
is.
Ridley Gregg thing happened, and he took that clapper from inside the hash marks, which is still funny to me.
Which I think is I think it's awesome still. Like,
I think it's funny as hell. I fully agree. And also,
But
Team USA.
the reaction was also appropriate. I think we could agree that it was funny as
Yes.
hell, but the reaction was
from Morgan Riley, yes.
from Morgan Riley.
But my issue was Brady Tkachuk.
All reaction would have been appropriate. Morgan Riley's reaction was borderline.
right. It was a little bit much.
He came off a little too
All
hot.
reaction would have been appropriate.
Right. I mean, he could have
Yes.
just grabbed him instead of
Yeah.
cross-checking him in the head.
Yes.
the jaw,
No,
yeah.
that is not okay. But
Right.
Yeah,
all
we don't like
reaction
violence.
is good.
We're
All
not
reaction,
condoning violence.
Yes.
But
correct.
what I found funny was Brady Tkachuk, like the day that Ridley goal happened, he just was like, "Oh, I think it's hilarious. It's funny as hell, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Dude, like you can't like especially cuz that team is the, Jersey like for their issues. I mean, if they had a goaltender, they would be totally fine in the playoffs. They have the guns to score. Goaltending this year has been abysmal in Jersey. Just very poor. And
Yeah.
now they're pretty much out of the race because of it. So they have to live with an off season of a lot of what ifs. But like
the thing about that game too was there was a lot of other stuff going on in that game.
oh yeah.
Like Tkachuk was credited with 16 hits on his own in
Yep.
that
Which is
game,
nuts.
which is insane, right? So
Yeah.
it was a very physical game. There was a lot going on. I'm sure there was a lot being said. So I think like emotions, hockey's an emotional game. I think emotions were very high and very hot. So,
I agree. I mean, I guess it's just funny because like I laugh kind of like it is true, like you can be the villain and the hero kind of, within a span of a few weeks, essentially,
Yeah.
like him,
Yeah.
where he was a villain early. Now he's being looked at as the hero. And I'm sure.
But that's
Yeah.
the player that he is, right?
Oh,
Right?
definitely.
Like him and his brother. That's who they are. They're
Oh,
those players
yeah.
that they can kind of take over a game in multiple ways. They can do it by creating offense and, the more traditional way of taking over a game, or they could do it with their physical play and their
Being
mouths
little rats.
and
Yeah.
their, and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And they could stick up for themselves and their teammates and like all that kind of stuff. So that's why, whenever we talk about the Tkachuks, we always end up talking about, the Olympics and Team USA, because if you have both of them on that Team USA squad, which you will, they can play those different roles depending on what the situation warrants, and that makes it exciting.
Well, I think too with both of those kids, which is nice to see. Like traditionally, like it's kind of the modern NHL. Like, and I kind of lump like a guy like Marchand into it to some extent. Like he's the only one that comes right off my head when I think about it. Like offensively talented, can play it multiple different ways. You want to play run and gun, you're fine. You want to shut it down and play 1-0 type games, you're fine. You want to set the tone or kind of change momentum. Like those are guys that are going to do it every single time, whatever you ask. So I kind of think like, big game hypothetically with Team USA, like throw those two out there with, I'm trying to think of another Team USA guy that would, kind of, there's no real one we really have that could like kind of match that energy on the same line. But like, I can't really think of anybody like who kind of like would, but with those guys, like, I feel like those two could almost play like a facilitator. Like, hey, you go to this spot, we'll get you the puck. We'll do the work. We'll run around
Right.
and
Yeah.
bang bodies. But like, I'm just thinking, like, imagine those two going over the boards late in the
Well,
game.
You know what? Like Austin Matthews, right? He scored his 65th tonight. Okay. He's been playing regularly on a line with
Yeah.
Max Domi and Tyler Patuzzi, right? Who
Yeah,
are
true.
who are two guys very good on the wall, can kind of mix it up a little bit. They still have some offensive skill, right? Like maybe on Team USA you put Matthews in the middle of the Kachucks. Now, like I don't know how it works position wise, but and handedness on the left or right side and all that kind of stuff. But if the situation that you're talking about comes up and that's what you want to do, put Matthews in the middle of those two and see what happens.
That'd be frightening. Just like that would. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that like that's not. I mean, because Matthews is now a perennial 40+ goal scorer with like ease. It's
Right.
not even a problem. Like early Ovechkin, just mark it. It's done. And then you got Matt, who's like a 2-time 100-point scorer, and then Brady, who like, I think Brady offensively could get to there. I think like Matt has had the luxury of playing with a little better players so far.
Correct. Yeah.
That'd be so sick. I'm just thinking of it in my head. I'm like, man, what a bunch of menaces running out on the ice.
Right? Menaces.
There, or you know who could play up the middle on that? He's a little older, but he has snarl. JT Miller.
That would be a good line. Right
Be a
there.
very frightening line.
Yeah, that would be a good line.
Because those guys are hacking wrists and like cup shotting you all day. All three of those guys would. Guarantee it. They would cup shot dudes left and right. Oh man. Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
We're fine. We're getting ahead of ourselves. So
Time out for just a second while we hear about our sponsors. We'll be right back. We know hockey games move fast, but with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, you can score faster than anything happening on the ice. This week, new customers can bet $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app with code THPN. New customers bet just $5 on the NHL and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code THPN. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/hockey for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gambling resources. NHL and the NHL Shield are registered trademarks of the National Hockey League. Copyright NHL 2024. All rights reserved. Pure Hockey has the best hockey equipment, accessories, and apparel on the market to take your game to the next level. Maybe it's time to ditch that old stick and start the year with a fresh twig. Maybe it's time to refresh your NHL wardrobe for the race to the playoffs. Pure Hockey has it all. Whether it's training aids, the latest sticks and skates, or your favorite team's gear, get your hockey shopping done at Pure Hockey and use our affiliate link at beersintheLot.com/Pure Hockey.
Briggs, what are your Frozen 4 picks? I'm curious about this from you.
Well, my bracket's not so great. I got BC and BU obviously right in my bracket, and I got Denver right, but I completely screwed up the Michigan versus no Dak bracket. So I don't have Michigan, but I did have on my bracket when I filled it out 2 weeks ago, BC and BU advancing to the championship game, and I have BC winning. And I don't really like that because I'm not a BC guy. I've always kind of liked BU. Plus, my dog is a Boston Terrier, so
There you go.
and we've told the story before, but the stipulation for getting that dog was that his name could be Jack Parker, the winningest coach in BU history. So that's that story. But So I'd rather pick BU in that situation, but I can't. Definitely BC with their star-studded lineup.
Yeah.
With Ryan Leonard and Will Smith and Cutter Gauthier.
I know.
The Malone kid on D and like all these guys. Like
I have a
it's
feeling. I
wild.
don't know why. Like I'm either going Michigan because I said they were like paper tigers weeks ago, and it's just like looking bad that I said it, even though they're like a good program and they have some talent. Absolutely,
No, they're good. That's a
But
very good team.
I like BU because I like Hudson and Celebrini. Like
Yeah, but the
the
problem
depth
with
thing.
the problem with BU is right. They don't have a third and fourth line that's going to come out and kill you like
No.
BC does. BC has four lines that are going to come out and they're going to score. Like that's, so the issue with BC might be in the blue paint. But they made it this far, so.
All right, let's go down the leaderboard. Masters pick. Aaron, start. Go.
I'm gonna name a golfer I know. Tiger Woods.
You're going La Tigra? Okay.
I don't fucking know anything about golf.
Actually, I think he's like, I forget his odds, but it's like his.
He's actually still playing. I actually thought he wasn't playing.
No, he's playing.
No, he's
All right,
playing.
well, good. Yeah,
He's playing this
go,
weekend.
Go Tiger.
Go Tiger. Go Tiger.
Go Tiger.
Yeah. If anyone could, it'd be Tiger.
Oh, there's a guy you don't like. You don't like, who is it? Bryson? Is that the guy you don't like?
Yeah, Bryson DeChambeau.
Bryson Rochambeau.
Yeah, he's a dingling, man.
DeChambeau.
I don't like him.
All right.
I don't think is he playing this year?
Yeah, he's playing because he's still on his
he's on his
U.S. Open exemption. So all those live guys are out of like the world rankings, but
there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this.
I was just looking at the list.
I'll tell you this, that I'm certainly not going to be watching any golf. I'm
man.
one of those that doesn't do that.
I'll be flipping all over the channels.
I'm like
Masters, whatever NHL game is on. If it's Saturday when the NCAA championship comes on, I'll be flipping back and forth. Like the remote will need new batteries by Monday.
I'm trying to find.
Oh, by the way, it's Rory. It's going to win. So
You think Rory's gonna win?
yeah,
Hear the roars.
I think he's coming in hot.
All right, Aaron. If you place Tiger to outright win, plus 15,000.
Whoa,
That's really good odds. That's
DraftKings.
That's our
odds?
partners, DraftKings. Yes, sir.
DraftKings.
The only legal sports book I choose.
beersinthelot.com/DraftKings. Use code THPN for exclusive offers.
There you go.
So I think
you can get bonus bets or something, right? Like,
yeah,
I can put
correct.
You put $5 in, you get $150 worth of bonus bets. Like,
hey, I could put $155 on Tiger to win, and then it could be beers in the yacht.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I think if you're looking for value, Ludwig Aberg plus 2,800.
Oberg.
Aberg. Well, I've heard it both ways. That's a thing.
It's
Oberg, Aberg. Yeah, the Swede, big Swede.
He played really well at the Valero Open.
He's been trending for a while.
Yeah.
And then the other one for me, and this is kind of like I wouldn't call it a Hail Mary, just more like I got good vibes around the dude. I would say probably like going down the leaderboard here. They all kind of suck. So maybe you just go Big Shane Lowry at plus 6,000.
Oh,
that'd be awesome. Yeah, Big Shane.
Nah, it's Rory. Rory's gonna win.
I hope so. It's been 10 years since he won a major.
The other Irishman.
Yeah. We were kind of joking about that last night. Instead of doing like anything in the summer anymore, we're just gonna do a 3-day Ryder Cup style event, but it's gonna be based on
no more
our
hockey.
heritage. Yeah, it's
No
based
more
on our
hockey.
heritage.
Just golf.
Just golf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just golf. We're gonna have a blast.
3 days of golf, Ryder Cup style.
And we don't need matching outfits or any of that nonsense.
Whatever nationality that you identify with, you're on that team.
Yes. Yes.
You don't even have to like prove your lineage. Just
No,
whoever
no,
you
it doesn't matter.
whoever
Like,
you
come on.
identify
Yeah,
as. Yeah, it's
yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
Identify as
Yeah.
whatever you want. That would be a blast, though. Honestly,
That would
we
be.
have so much fun at the golf tournaments.
Oh,
like
I know. Yeah. It's-
equally as even it has to be as much as we have at the actual hockey part.
that day is it's a whirlwind of fun.
Yeah. Yep. There's just so much that
It's-
happens.
There's so much going on. There's the golf and the music, and they usually have some sort of contest holes, obviously,
Yep. Mhm.
closest to the pin, whatever, but then there's like, you have to take a shot with a hockey stick and see if you can hit a cardboard cutout of Ovi or whatever. Like, there's all kinds of shit going on. And then there's
closest to the future Hall of Famer.
yeah.
Yeah.
What was the one you had to take a shot from an airplane bottle and then use that empty airplane bottle as your tea?
As your tea, yeah.
Yeah, Which is great. I love that.
Yeah, I love that.
yeah. It's
I think one day we have to do like John Daly tee shots. You have to be barefoot and no shirt and just rip it off a Bud Diesel can. Like do that.
Yeah.
Like that'd be sick. But last year it was so much fun because we had that. Then we went to play hockey. And then did we hang out? I can't remember on Friday.
we went to your house after hockey.
Oh, you're right. We
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And we had the early
And-
game, so we got done super early. We were done at
Yeah.
like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just was like, bye everyone, see you in 30 minutes. And everyone's like,
Yeah, right.
Johnny, where are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm going back to my house. Like it's
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
We have plenty of time to do this later this weekend.
That's the
Yeah,
other
so-
thing too, is that it's in July. So typically somebody who has a pool will say, after things are done, then come over to my place and let's chill in the pool. And that's exactly
right.
what we did.
That's the plan this year.
Yeah.
Do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
We got really lucky too because the weather was good. It wasn't like it was July, but it wasn't like gross, humid, hot.
It wasn't the oppressively brutal
Ugh.
100% humidity, 90 plus degrees, whatever. Like it was
Yeah.
summer. It was just summer.
Summer.
I can't function when it's like that Florida humidity. I
Ugh.
combust. Like I just hate it.
It's awful.
I'd rather it be -2 every day. I'll deal
telling
with
you.
the cold all day.
I'm
I-
good with like
I need the
80.
warm, but no, the humidity is just terrible.
Yes.
Like I you guys know I grew up in Arkansas. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it was so terrible. Like towards August or so, it's like you don't even want to go to the pool because
Right.
the pool is 100 degrees. And you get no relief in or out of the pool. It's terrible. Like public pools, outdoor pools anyway. Like you'd go by them in August and they're just completely empty in the middle of the day on a weekend. Like nobody wants to get in the pool.
Well, do you think that's
It's-
one
it's
reason like
terrible.
so many people are crazy down there because it's just so damn hot? Their brains are just like frying
Boiled
like
off,
egg.
yes.
Yeah, hard boiled brains.
Absolutely.
Like it's like so.
Absolutely. Having experienced it myself, yes, that's 100%
I
a
would go
contributing
nuts.
factor to the craziness of the South.
Yeah, the brains are just cooking in their skulls. It's horrible.
Can confirm.
Ugh, miserable. Now, could you do the Alaska thing? Like do the X amount of days of
opposite?
dark? Yeah, X
Oh,
amount of days of dark
mm.
over sunlight, or not you?
I tell you what, I spent a week in France, 2 weeks, whatever it was, a couple weeks in France around the summer solstice last year, and 2 years ago, I don't even remember. It was awful. The sun goes down at like 11 o'clock and comes up at like 4 in the morning. It's insane. It's absolutely wild because the higher latitude, and then it's the opposite in winter. It's like the sun goes down at 3 p.m. and it comes up at like 9 or 10. That's wild to me. I don't know if I could do it. I don't think I could do the crazy daylight hours. That'd be a very like I could do the cold. Cold, no problem, because I'm not cold. But
Yeah, we know. You're a tough kid at the bus
daylight
stop.
hours. I'm the tough kid at the bus stop. Yeah, the daylight hours though, I don't think I can do that. I don't know if I can handle it that way. They do all kinds of stuff for seasonal affective disorder and stuff like they have the little sunglasses that show lights down on your eyes to simulate like the day is brighter or something. Like they do all kinds of crazy stuff up there because it's the real deal. Hey, you're in the dark for weeks, months at a time, and yeah, that would get to you. That would absolutely get to me.
The funny thing is, my one uncle was stationed up in Fairbanks, Alaska, so he went through that, and he said the first year I actually thought. He said he dealt with it totally fine when he was stationed up there, but what he found was more people went bonkers when it was more sunlight versus the nighttime. He actually thought it'd be flipped. Like he's like,
right, because it's harder to sleep, right?
Correct.
So
it really throws off your
messes
rhythm.
you up more than more light.
Yeah,
or
that would make
light,
sense,
right? Like,
yeah. But he went to. They had a who was it? It was a minor league ball club affiliate. I forget for who. They played in Fairbanks. And they always did, like, in the summer, they would do 1 or 2 midnight games because it was, like, completely,
it was bright outside.
Bright as hell. And you went to a few, like, Alaska Aces games. Oh, also, Alaska Aces, East Coast Hockey League. Yep, that makes sense. So, yeah.
Like East Coast.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Although there are probably a couple places in the last couple of islands that have obviously an eastern coast of the island.
Yeah.
So you could make it.
And also technically in the Aleutian Islands, right? That is the easternmost point in the U.S.
Correct. If you
Okay,
think about
yeah.
it.
So they're on the other side of the date line.
It's across the
international
date line.
Good point.
Yeah.
I like that.
See?
Technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's it for this one. Thank you for your listen and for your support. We appreciate all of your likes and ratings and reviews and subscriptions on the various podcatchers. Keep them coming. We appreciate every single one of them. I know I speak for the rest of the guys when I say have a good one, and we'll catch you next week when our new episode drops on Wednesday. See ya.